how do you act around AI? I mean, it's not usually like a humanoid like we might see in movies, but all the time it's more like a piece of something or an already existing object. Scientists at Stanford Center for Design and Research decided to test this with a trash can.
Right behind you. Don't come any closer. Oh, look at this. Don't come any closer. No closer. Okay. We don't have any garbage.
So it was really interesting to see what people actually were acting around it. We saw a lot of what scientists called unteracting, which is basically refusing to acknowledge the trash can. I don't have any trash, or what would happen is they would like pretend they don't notice it, and then it walks or rolls away, and they'd go like, that's a sketchy trash can. A lot of times, though, people were actually altruistic to it. So if the trash can fell over or into, a bush or something, people would prop it back up on the assumption that it was learning, or maybe something like you would do around maybe a child who has fallen down or has messed up, which is okay, you're on your way, I'm going to help you. It's interesting to see the range of effects it had on people.
I think that's that people ascribe a toddler or some sort of infant in between their age range mentality on these basic simple machines, simple robots and stuff like that. But if that's the case, then the people that are mean to it, what does it say about them?
They're bad people.
They're like even worse than we even thought, because they're like, the human psyche naturally associates that with a toddler, and you're kicking it around. You kick babies.
Or people who help you clean, which is also terrible.
You kick the hired help. I love the idea of, I love robots, love the idea of having robotic trash cans and robotic everything. I want little robots scurrying around everywhere. But I will say that if I was sitting at a cafeteria or whatever, and I didn't know there was going to be a robotic trash can,
knew.
I would and that one just showed up next to me, I'd be like, ah! Like, I would get a little, if I didn't know it was a thing. If then it became a regular thing, I'd be like, yeah, totally support this. But I think it would freak me out if all of a sudden a trash can showed up next to me, and I'd be like, what does it want?
Nobody was primed or told about that, and then it was just kind of a reflection of what the people thought it was for, what its intentions were. People assumed it wanted trash and would thank them. One quote was,
funny.
"I fed the robot and it didn't thank me, and that was insulting." Which is
Wait, like they actually said insulting?
So I'm helping the robot by giving it trash.
I'm fulfilling its life purpose.
Yeah,
which then gives them a purpose.
Gives me an
It's just
idea
kinda
of the
sad.
future where we've just decided robots are the underclass and we treat them like the garbage they
Will
are.
Smith was
Yeah,
right.
we're getting to iRobot already.
Yeah. Did you?
Will Smith was right.
I'm right there with you. I am.
Asimov was right.
Asimov was right.
So it's
Or I
just
hope
interesting
he's
to
right.
see this happen. We've also looked at like so-called like emergency robots and medical robots and had people describe how they felt about them. It's something we're still getting into. So I think we're at this weird time where
Those walking ones that you can kick and
it's
they don't fall
strange,
over.
but also understandable that we would have a helper robot or a blank slate robot that could help us around.
Well, in theory, yeah. I mean, like, having a robot like that then travels around and, like, I mean, I'm assuming if this thing goes into production, it might have some way to also detect trash on the ground and pick that up as well.
It's not going into production. This was
Or
just
whatever
an experiment.
it is, eventually in the far future, making these things a reality, I like that idea of something that would, because, not everybody is going to be conscious enough to throw their stuff away. It cleans up, but also it's like, hey, I've got a bunch of stuff. I'm trying to carry this away from my table. I don't want to spill it. And then the thing just like, nope, right here, just dump it in.
So it has that kind of like civic, it kind of connects to, it adds to the community kind of thing like that. Or like public trash can. Sorry, we're just talking about trash, but
it's here to help.
Yeah, it's here. A giant waste bin, and you just throw everything in it, and it naturally sorts it out, and is able to. So basically, this little guy and then Liam, the cell phone robot, team up, and they have little baby
They make the world a
robots.
better place.
Yeah.
I want to talk more about where we can find you, what you're working on. Alex, what's up?
You can find me. Right now I'm working on a show called Teen Wolf, which I can't tell you what I am, but it
You
should
may
be
have
fun.
heard of it.
You may have heard of it. I'm also, as stated before, I am the addiction demon on American Horror Story, which was tons of fun.
Uh-huh.
I loved it. It was great. No, in all seriousness, it was a great show to work on. Everybody's fantastic. I absolutely loved my time there, and I also work on the show Sleepy Hollow. I've been like 8 different.
You have
monsters
a
on
really
that
cool
show.
and unique job.
I do.
Never heard
I
of
play
anyone with this
monsters for a living. That is what I do. Is I am a professional 5-year-old. I run around and go ah, and that's my job.
And it works.
It's great. I mean, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
All
and
right.
all those things, and
Links
I'm
are
sure
below.
that'll be below. Yeah.
Brian, what's going on?
I just wrapped a delightfully witty web series called The Real Housewives of Shakespeare. I know, but this time it's Shakespeare. So with a brilliant cast of amazing comedians, and the thing I love about it is that it was written by a female writing team and directed by women. Basically, very almost every key position was by a very talented and amazingly positive and just great female cast and crew and everything. And it kind of follows those around as well. And I also did a anime feature that is raising awareness about global warming, in which I play a tiny turtle.
Saving the world.
Saving the world. And we have a final showdown against bad people on an iceberg.
We can all save the world. Even Tiny Turtles,
Even
voiced by
Tiny.
Bryan Forrest.
We just started production on, we both worked together on The Labyrinth Masquerade. And in that, the only kind of human characters are these knights that are constantly being murdered or influenced or whatever by these gods and elementals and beasts and stuff. So they're getting their own web series, and it's called The Knights, in which Alex is reprising his Lich King role.
Of not Skeletor.
I'm not Skeletor, but still skeleton-ish. And then we're gonna do the 48-hour film festival again soon.
True.
Where our team, the last time we
Where
did
we panic for 48 hours and somehow make a film.
make a film, and last time,
Awesome.
what did we make last time, Alex?
Last time we made a movie called Xiao Chu Totalin, which is about an Aztec turkey god killing people on Thanksgiving.
All right, very cool. I think we can look that all up or look forward to the future events that are coming up for these two. Guys, thanks so much for joining us today. Audience, want to know what you think. Once again, let us know below in the comments. And as always, thanks for coming.
Yay!
I did it.
Go team!